Hello, dear friends. Myself, Dr. K.N. Gaikwad, Department of Botany, KTHM College, Nasik. Title of our paper is Plant Anatomy and Embryology. Today we are going to learn last topic of embryology, that is endosperm and embryo. Under that, we have to study different types of endosperm, dicot and monocotyledon embryo. Endosperm is nothing nutritive tissue developed from primary endosperm nucleus, which is formed as a result of triple fusion. Last time we have seen double fertilization and triple fusion. Out of two sperm, one sperm become fuses with the egg nucleus that results into formation of zygote, and another remaining sperm fuse with the secondary nucleus that results into the formation of endosperm nucleus, which is genetically triploid. The main function of endosperm is to provide nutrition to the developing embryo. The primary endosperm nucleus is formed by the fusion of one of male gamete with two polar nuclei, which then divide to form large triploid endosperm. Depending upon the number of polar nuclei taking part in the fusion, the ploidy of endosperm varies. The endosperm in gymnosperm differ from the endosperm of angiosperm in its mode of development. The gymnosperm endosperm is produced before fertilization and it is totally maternal, while it is produced after fertilization in angiosperm. And the development of endosperm after double fertilization is the distinguishing feature of angiosperm. However, there are few angiosperm which do not form endosperm, for example, members of family Orchidaceae and Podostemaceae. In those angiosperm where endosperm develops, it may be or may not be preserved in mature seeds. The endosperm development of seed begin with the division of the primary endosperm nucleus, followed by the emergence of embryo. On the basis of presence or absence of endosperm in mature seed, the seeds are broadly classified into two types, that is endospermic seed and non-endospermic seed. Endospermic seeds are also known as albuminous seeds. In endospermic seed, the developing embryo never utilizes the whole endosperm tissue. Thus, in these seeds, some amount of endosperm is preserved in mature seed. For example, castor seed, sesame seed, and poaceae seeds. Second type of endosperm seeds are non-endospermic. They are also called as exalbuminous seeds. These seeds developing embryo utilizes the whole endosperm in the development of seed. Thus, endosperm in this case is not preserved. It remains in the form of layer of perisperm. For example, all leguminous seeds. Now, next point is that types of endosperm. Depending upon the mode of development, endosperm is classified into three types, that is nuclear, cellular, and halobial. According to one of the embryologists, Davis, in 1966, out of 288 families, about 161 families shows a nuclear endosperm, 72 families show cellular endosperm, and 17 families possesses halobial endosperm. Let us see first of all nuclear endosperm. These are some diagrams of development of endosperm A, B, C, D, E, and F. Nuclear endosperm is the most common type of endosperm. It is named so because it contains free nuclei in the beginning. The nuclear endosperm, the first and other subsequent divisions of primary endosperm cell is not followed by cell wall formation. Now in the diagram there is no cell wall formation. Free nuclei are there. The nuclear endosperm is very common in angiosperm. It occurs in 161 families. According to the development of nuclear endosperm, A diagram shows the embryo sac after fertilization. The primary endosperm, nucleus and the zygote have not yet divided. B diagram shows embryo sac showing synchronous division of the endosperm nuclei. B and C. D diagram shows the endosperm nuclei have moved to the periphery, and at the center you will get the vacuole. In E diagram, the peripheral part of embryo sac has some cellular. That means partition walls are developed here, and finally we get the nuclear endosperm is there. The primary endosperm cell undergo many free nuclei. The first cell begin to enlarge in size. The enlargement is followed by the nuclear division, primary endosperm cell. The central vacuole is developed here. The cytoplasm thickens and vacuole decreases in size, and finally large number of nuclei are produced in common sheath of cytoplasm and remains at the peripheral side. The multinucleate cytoplasm undergoes cleavage here and gives rise to multicellular tissue. According to John and Kapil, the first few nuclear divisions of primary endosperm cells are synchronous or regular, while later on nuclear divisions are asynchronous, that means irregular. In case of coconut, the cell wall formation is incomplete. Coconut has multicellular embryo called coconut meal in the outer part and free nuclear as well as vacuolated endosperm called coconut milk in the center. Example of nuclear endosperm are maize, wheat, rice, sunflower and capsula. Second type of endosperm is cellular. In this diagram, cellular embryosperms in Dremis winteri. In this type, the first and other subsequent divisions, primary endosperm cells are followed by cell wall formation. Now, cell wall formation takes place in first and second division. Cell wall formation takes place from the beginning. The embryo sac becomes cellular throughout the development. Example of cellular endosperm are balsam, datura, petunia, etc. This classification or one of the embryologists, Snarp, classified the development of cellular endosperm into different subtypes. This classification is made on the basis of cell wall formation during early stages. The Dremis winteri, the development of endosperm has been studied by Bhandari and Venkatraman. According to him, the plant first and other few subsequent divisions of primary endosperm cells are transverse. This results into the formation of filamentous endosperm. Third one is nothing but the halobial endosperm. This type of intermediate between nuclear and cellular type. This type is characteristic feature of order halobials. That's why there is a name halobial endosperm. In this case, the first division of primary endosperm cell is followed by transverse wall, producing macropylar and chalazal cells. Subsequently, normal free nuclear divisions takes place in the macropylar end as well as toward the chalazal end. This is the chalazal end and this one is the macropylar end. As a rule, the main body of endosperm is formed from the macropylar end and chalazal cells degenerates or becomes non-functional. Halobial endosperm is well studied in Eremerus himalicus plant by Steiner. In this way, in this topic, we have seen nuclear, cellular, and halobale endosperm. Now, these are some diagrams of halobale endosperm. The chalazal cells become degenerate, and only the macropylal cells develop the halobale type of endosperm. Now, distinguishing characters of this type: intermediate about two types. Members of order halobale shows this type of the endosperm. First division is cellular, that is wall formation follows the first division. However, inside each of these newly formed cell, three nuclear divisions occur, but finally the endosperm becomes cellular following the pattern of development of nuclear endosperm. Next point is that the embryo. In this point, we have to study dicot embryo and monocot embryo. First of all, let us see what is the embryo. The seed contains three major structures: the newly formed individual sporophyte, the embryo, nutrient compartment, the endosperm to support embryo development, and protective structure, the seed coat. The egg cell of the embryo sac is fertilized by the male nucleus to form a zygote. This fusion is called syngamy. The zygote begins to divide a few after fertilization. The zygote undergoes several changes such as reduction in vacuolar size, increase in cytoplasm, and aggregation of ribosomes to form polyribosomes. The various steps from zygote leading to the formation of embryo are called embryogeny. An embryo is structure developed from the diploid zygote by repeated mitotic divisions through embryogenesis, which is capable of emerging into new plant body. A typical embryo comprises an embryonal axis, cotyledon. Above the embryonal axis lies the epicotyl, and below the hypocotyl. Then embryonic shoot, that is radicle, and plumule is there. In most of the angiospermic zygote, divides transversely, resulting in small apical cell and large basal cell at macropylary end. The two-cell structure is known as proembryo. The division of zygote is rarely vertical, for example, Lorienthese. But in monocot differs from dicot, having only one cotyledon, whereas there are two cotyledons in dicot. The development of pattern of embryo during the embryogeny is common in monocot and dicot. However, in later stage, there are considerable differences in monocot and dicot. On the basis of the cell division of the apical cell into two-cell proembryo and contribution of basal cell and apical cell in the formation of embryo, embryogeny in dicotyledons has been classified by P. Maheshwari, that is Onagrade, Asterid, Solanad, Chenopodiad, and Carophyllid. In all these types, the first division of zygote is always transverse. To form apical cell and basal cell. Basal cell is mostly large and apical cell is mostly small. Then finally, the upper cell undergoes vertical divisions to give rise to cells opposite to each other. That leads to formation of T-shaped or four-cell proembryo. Out of two daughter cells of transversely dividing cells, these two cells divide further form linear row of 3 or 4 cell suspensor. Here in the diagram 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cell suspensor is there. Oblique periclinal divisions in each of these cells result in an inner set of cells and outer set of cells. The daughter cell of apical cell divides by vertical divisions right angle to first division to form a quadrant. A transfer division of quadrants result in the octant, which is arranged in two tiers. In this way, finally you will get the mature embryo which contain epicotyl, hypocotyl. This is the embryonic axis which shows the radicle which is responsible for the development of the root system, plumule which is responsible for the stem system, and two quadrants are there. So let us see monocot embryo. How monocot embryos are developed. The development of embryo up to octant stage is almost similar to the dicot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stage. The different appear later. To illustrate complete development of monocotyledon embryo, the work of Swami and Lakshmi Narayan on Nagus lacerata is described here. The transfer division of zygote cell result into the large basal cell and upper small cell, small apical cell. The basal cell without dividing enlarges, form a single called haustorium. Thus the entire embryo is derived from the apical cell which divide transversely into two cells. Out of these two cells, the upper cell divides to form proembryo of 4 cells. Two vertical divisions in cap cell and middle cell lead to the formation of two superposed tiers. In the meantime, cell of apical cell divide transversely to give rise to other cells. The upper cell is modified air into suspensor. This is the radicle. This one is the plumule. These are the cells of hypocotyl. And finally, you will get this type of the arrangement of the cotyledon and radicle is there. And if you take the section of maize seed, you will get this type of the embryo. At the top of seed, there is a scutellum. These are the coleoptile. This is the shoot apex. That means the plumule is there. Radicle is here. This is the root cap. And at the top, you will get the coleorhiza. In this way, in this topic, we have seen dicot and monocot embryo. At the end of this topic, there are some exercises. Define endosperm, describe different types of endosperm, define embryo, describe the structure and dicot and monocot embryo. And third question is that write short note on the three types of the embryo: nuclear embryo, cellular embryo, and halobial embryo. Thank you.